Outraged over people being killed for their sexuality? Completely valid. Outraged over fictional characters dying that happen to be lesbians? Not so much. The Bury Your Gays Trope rant thread. Yes, this is real. I am sick of the fact that gay couples, especially lesbians, can't be happy in mass media. I am sick of the only lesbian representation being cut short. I am sick of lesbian couples getting tragic endings. I am sick because of the fact that a trope created to show that being gay is wrong by punishing the wrongdoers with death is still being used. I am sick. I am tired. I am angry. In case you didn't know, another show made a step backward tonight. This is a thread for anyone who wants to rant about this absolutely disheartening trope. Now, if you're this sick, angry, and upset about a TV show, I really have to question where your priorities are at. It's just TV. These characters are fake. They are not real. They do not represent you. Just because you share a sexuality with a character does not mean that you have anything else in common, and it's getting a little bit ridiculous hearing people talk about representation and then thinking that the only thing that validates their existence is sharing a sexual orientation with a fictional character. But rather than somebody coming out and saying that, we have more people stepping up to not in agreement with delusion. I'm just upset because I know I'm going to have to repeatedly justify why I'm angry about this to other people. Well, that might be on the account of the fact that it's entirely ridiculous to get this angry over something that's not even real. But the actress is a main on another show, they'll say. It was the best way to advance the plot, they'll say. People die on this show left and right, they'll say. They had to, they'll say. And I'll just sit here pissed and tired. They won't get it. They never will. You poor, misunderstood dear. If only people would understand that when fictional characters are literally dying, it perpetuates the systemic oppression of LGBT individuals. Or people understand that it's just a TV show and not a reflection of reality. The end of your comment is really important. They don't get it. They get to see their sexuality portrayed with all sorts of stories in all sorts of media. When a straight couple has a death in a show, it's okay because there are so many straight couples in shows that don't end in tragedy. But seeing a good lesbian relationship in a show or a movie or whatever is pretty rare already. And so many of them end in tragedy. And so often it's not just tragedy, but tragedy as soon as the couple is really happy with each other or right before/after that point. Now, this whole it's okay when it happens to a straight couple argument because there are so many straight couples is such a poor defense. I mean, basically, what they've reduced characters to is their sexuality, their relationship with the opposite or the same sex, and nothing more. So, you're erasing so many other characteristics that are significant to a human being. And then, as for the whole tragedy strikes as soon as they're really happy with each other, well, guess what? That's called a plot device. It's meant to draw an emotional reaction from the viewer to keep them invested in the story. If everything is all hunky-dory all the time, literally nobody's going to give a shit after a certain point. People watch these shows for the drama. I just want to watch shows I can relate to. It's not wrong of me to want to watch things with queer women in them. Where's my story? Where's the shit I can watch and feel happy about? It feels like no one wants to invest in that. Like it becomes too inconvenient to represent. It makes me really sad. I can't understand it anymore. While it's not wrong to want to watch things that you relate to, it's definitely wrong to expect your story to be portrayed in the TV show. It's a TV show. It's not here to tell your story. It's here to tell the story that the writers want to write. It's not there for representation. Once again, it's there for the creator to tell their story the way they would like to. If you can't understand that, don't watch. If you really want to tell your story, pick up a pen and start writing. I know that's hard, but just give it a shot. Taking a look around, it really seems like this topic is the flavor of the month. You've got all these media outlets promoting this story as though it's actually something relevant, and that just creates even more social media outrage because people will rally behind this crap, and they've even started a hashtag LGBT fans deserve better. Nobody deserves anything, because not everything is about you and your sexuality. The thing here is that you want this representation, you want more gay characters, and then you don't want anything bad to happen to them. Well, guess what? If you want to be treated as an equal in this world, then you have to accept that bad things are going to happen to people that you share a sexuality with. People need to stop treating fictional character deaths as though it's some sort of slight against their community. Now, I'd like to make it abundantly clear that I'm not saying that just because something isn't real, it can't get an emotional response from you. Some of my favorite things in the world are fictional, and I care about them very deeply. However, getting mad about the death of fictional characters and then acting like it's some sort of agenda against the community that it supposedly represents is just flat out ludicrous.
I'd say it's hard to find a fan base that is as loyal as the LGBT community.
And yet, the moment something happens to one of their precious characters, they fly off the handle and act like the media is out to get them. That's not a showing of loyalty, that's a showing of give me what I want or else you are scum.
They don't get to see themselves on television a lot. Now, people outside of a minority community, they can't understand this. They can't grasp what it means to have visibility because they take their representation and their visibility for granted.
I take great issue with this defense because it imposes sets of ideals on people based on what they are rather than who they are. This is an easy way to write off any opinion that doesn't blindly agree with the narrative they want to present. If you're a straight person, clearly you don't agree because you have representation. Never stopping to realize that not everyone watches TV to see themselves. I don't think most people even watch TV to see themselves because, last I checked, TV was a form of escapism and it's something people do to get away from reality, not integrate it. It also implies that just because someone is part of a minority group, it means they automatically feel this way about fictional representation. This is false. At this point, you're basically stereotyping yourself and making it seem as though everyone that is part of a certain group thinks the same way and agrees on the same issues. An identity does not equate to a definitive mindset. Stop making assumptions about people based on insignificant characteristics like their sexuality. There is more to a person than who they choose to go to bed with. At the end of the day, if you're able to sit around worrying about non-issues like the sexuality of fictional characters and make hashtag campaigns complaining about their deaths, you are far more privileged than you realize or will ever admit to. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Okay, they're talking about fictional characters. Fictional characters. Am I getting through to you at all?